ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Modern Warfare 3. Today's video is going to be a bit of a depressing one. It's very dystopian in reality because it's come out that Activision has sold AI created skins to Call of Duty players. How crazy is that? So the report, I'll put links to both the articles down there in the description, but the articles are going on to say that Modern Warfare 3, some of the skins in the game have just been completely created by AI. Most notably, the Yokai's Wrath skin was apparently just completely generated by artificial intelligence. There was no real people working on it whatsoever. It was just made by AI and then sold by Activision for $15. Now, you guys remember, right? When Microsoft took over Activision, immediately they started doing a number of layoffs, like a metric ton of layoffs. Well, just 1 month after this skin came out, where they sold a skin that was completely just made by artificial intelligence, Microsoft laid off 1,900 Activision Blizzard and Xbox employees just right after that. And it's been reported that concept artists were forced to use AI to aid in their work. No longer were they able just to create something from scratch, create something that they were proud of, create something that was unique and interesting and something they thought would be good for the game. Instead, they're having artificial intelligence creating things like shop bundles or creating art assets within the game, which again is so damn dystopian, man. Like, one of the things that made Call of Duty great back in the day was just the soul that the game had. How can there be soul in a game when it's not made by people, but when it's made by artificial intelligence? That's so creepy to me, right? If we look at the bundle itself, I'll put a link to the original video down there in the description. There's really nothing unique about it. It's just kind of like a demon skin, obviously, like demons in Warzone, like people use that phrase all the time. And so AI probably picked up on that. They're like, how about we just make a demon skin via AI? And they released it. There's nothing crazy about it. There's like a demon mask, there's a tongue, there's some horns, and there's a ghillie suit. And then when you look at the actual weapons themselves, they kind of look like they were made by AI because they are as boring as they could possibly be, because again, they were just made by AI who didn't want to put any real details into it or anything like that. The weapon blueprints themselves only had like 3 attachments on them as compared to 5. It was just a really sloppy bundle. I personally haven't even seen anybody running that skin while playing Modern Warfare 3, but regardless, they put it out there for $15. They probably made it for pennies on the dollar because AI put it together, and I have a feeling this is only going to be the beginning. Now, according to the reports here, Activision Blizzard started the process of using AI in their games in early 2023, and by July of that year, they had secured access to ChatGPT 3.5 and approved the use of certain generative AI tools in creating concept art and marketing materials. Well, after that, they eventually started selling AI-generated cosmetics through the Modern Warfare 3 store, and the question is, where is that going to end? On one hand, I'm like, you know what, it's a bundle. There are like hundreds and hundreds of bundles in the COD shop. Like, I'm not really someone who buys them. I don't really care too much about the COD shop bundles. I care about what's actually in the game. But if they're making bundles with AI, who's to say that the stuff that we do earn in game and the stuff that we experience and interact with in game is also not being made by AI as compared to actual people? I think it was the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost, and a while ago actually, he suspected, I mean, it's not confirmed or anything, but he suspected that perhaps the calling cards in Modern Warfare 3, like all of them, are made by AI because a lot of them just don't make any sense. They're not really, like, the art that you get doesn't even tie to the challenge that you did, and just overall they look so weird and goofy and out of place. There's no unification between them or anything. He suspected possibly those are made by AI. What about the multiplayer maps? Sledgehammer Games has released a number of fantastic original maps post-launch with Modern Warfare 3. Who's to say a lot of the art assets on those maps are not just completely generated by AI as well, as compared to a real employee who wanted to put their heart and soul into making that map feel good, having that map look good, having that map be original and something that sticks with you, as compared to just being another shoot 'em up map that no one really thinks about. Going back to what I was talking about earlier, if you go back to a game like Call of Duty 4, for example, World at War especially, the atmosphere in World at War on every single multiplayer map was there. You felt it, you know what I mean? Like Black Ops 1 especially. Call of Duty Ghost did not do a ton of things amazingly, but the multiplayer maps and the atmosphere and the environments that you had, those did feel pretty unique and pretty interesting. You kind of felt like you were part of that world. You got immersed a bit more into the game because of how well the multiplayer maps were put together. Who's to say that AI is not going to take that over and the maps are going to become more bland over time, and actual people, the people that built the COD franchise, the people that make it what it is, are going to be eventually just laid off in favor of bringing in more AI because it's cheaper, they can get it done faster, and we've seen this happen in real life countless times throughout history. We might just be at the very forefront of that happening again. As of right now, Activision Blizzard, or subsequently Microsoft, have not commented on these reports coming out that a number of bundles within Modern Warfare 3 were completely just generated by AI, and why would they? I think it makes them look pretty damn bad when they're laying off 1,900, almost 2,000 employees and implementing AI to do their jobs for them. Again, I understand like they are a business. They're in the business of making money. It's the same thing that they were talking about, you know, when it comes to, and this is going to be a bad comparison, please forgive me for this, but when, you know, when fast food employees were looking for $15 an hour and like big companies like McDonald's were like, okay, well, we're just gonna make completely automated stores because that's just cheaper for us to do. It's kind of the same thing right here, you know, as compared to paying artists, paying actual people. Again, we're talking about bundles here, but the people that make the games, you know, whether it's like the reload animations, the weapon camos, the sounds of the freaking birds off in the distance on the maps that just immerse you more into the game itself, those are the people that make COD what it is, and those are the people that make any video game. I don't care what it is. That is what makes the game feel unique. That is what gets people immersed in the game. That's what makes people want to come back to the game. If everything just becomes AI generated, I have a feeling we're just going to lose all of that soul. Maybe AI will get so good that they can add that soul back into the game, but I just don't see it happening, at least for another couple of years. But it seems like the forefront of this is upon us. It seems like this is going to be the beginning of AI taking over in video games a lot more than what it has been in recent years, and that's a bit scary if you think about it. A lot of people are going to be losing their jobs. Things in the game are not going to make as much sense, and it's going to end up being one of those situations where we're going to start questioning things all the time. You know, back when skill-based matchmaking was kind of just this boogeyman, we had like so many theories and so many suspicions in regards to how the matchmaking system worked until Activision came out and kind of explained how things worked, at least to an extent. And now we're going to be sitting here like, you know, what is up with this like weapon camo here? Why doesn't this weapon over here work? Was it because they actually generated a damn thing with AI? Because this new weapon that came out doesn't work properly. I bet AI messed up somewhere. Or, you know, there's a glitch on a multiplayer map where people can glitch into a wall, which has happened all throughout history. People are just going to be like, oh, of course, AI probably put that wall there and forgot to make it so you couldn't go through it. You know, it's going to end up being one of those things where we're always questioning what is real about the game, what was made by actual people as compared to what was made by artificial intelligence. Ultimately, I'm going to err on the side of I want real people making my games. I want real people getting paid real money to make games that they are proud of and that they can put out there, and we can all just be part of this big community together, as compared to always questioning what was made by AI versus what was not, and people losing their jobs because they want to just speed things up and save money by just having AI generate the most generic, boring looking demon skin that I think I have ever seen. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this video here today. Just very dystopian, like I led the video off with, very dystopian that there's artificial intelligence programs out there creating shop bundles for pennies on the dollar for Activision to sell in the shop at a premium while people are being fired. It does not sit right with me, and I have a feeling, like I said, this is only going to be the tip of the iceberg and more stuff is going to be coming out. And as always, I'll keep you guys posted as we learn more and as this story develops. But for right now, that's it for this video here today. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and feedback on this fiasco down there in the comments, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.